Hello friends, and welcome back to a new video. I thought it would be really fun to make a dumpling video just because I really love dumplings. Lunar New Year just happened, and we also just celebrated 1K followers on Twitch, and in which we made dumplings. So this is kind of the footage from that cut up. But yeah, so let's begin. These are the ingredients that you will need. You'll need a napa cabbage, you'll need some ground meat, you'll need ginger, and then optionally you can add in mushrooms and shrimp for the umami flavors. And then for seasonings you will need, you'll need dumpling wrappers, of course. And then for seasonings you'll need Chinese black vinegar, specifically this one with the yellow label. Soy sauce, any kind of soy sauce is fine. Some kind of sweetener. I'm using sugar. My mom likes using maple syrup. Up to you. And then you have to mince everything. So it's super, super tiny. And you mix everything together. So I'll walk you through. Okay, I used about half of my cabbage. I first mix the cabbage up with the pork. You can substitute chicken if you'd like, depending on what you prefer. Once the pork and the cabbage is well mixed, I will add in the shrimp and the mushrooms and the ginger. Give that a good mix as well. I like to mix everything kind of separately just so everything feels as mixed as possible, if that makes sense. So once the ginger is all mixed in, we start with the seasonings. I do about 1 spoonful of sugar for every pound of meat. I'm using about 1.5 to 2 pounds of ground pork here, so that's why I did 2 spoonfuls of sugar. And then I do double the amount of that for soy sauce and vinegar, equal parts soy sauce and vinegar. So here I did 4 spoonfuls of soy sauce and then 4 spoonfuls of Chinese vinegar. I do, in true, in true kind of family recipe fashion, I base the seasonings off of how the mix smells. So I actually ended up adding 1 extra spoonful of each, the soy sauce and the vinegar, because that's what smelled the most right to me. But you can have a play around with the seasonings depending on what you prefer. Alan likes his dumplings a little saltier, so if he were making this, he would probably add more soy sauce. Alright, now I'm going to let Stream Cecile talk, because this is stream footage, to explain how to wrap the dumpling. Okay, you have your wrapper. Okay, you put a dollop of the filling into your wrapper. I recommend doing less if this is your first time, or whenever it's your first time doing it. I am more experienced, so I can get away with putting in more, but it will squish out of the sides. Okay, then you fold your dumpling in half, kind of. Okay, you only pinch the middle. You make sure the sides are open, so it kind of looks like a cannoli. Okay, and then how do I explain this? You take a little bit of the wrapper to make this kind of tiny fold, like this. So now the cannoli hole is a little bit smaller. The Italians are so bad at me. The cannoli hole is a little bit smaller. And then you try to do as many folds as possible, basically, usually. I do 3 on each side, because I think it looks best at 3. Then you do the same on the other side, but like opposite. This dumpling wrapper is super dry, so I'm going to use a little extra water along the edge. And then you have a little dumpling. Ta-da! I love making dumplings. This is like a tradition for me. I like to have all of my friends over, which we haven't been able to do since COVID, of course, but I like to have all of my friends over. I will make a huge batch of filling, and then I'll teach everybody how to fold dumplings, and then we'll fold all of them together for a couple hours, and then I will cook all of the dumplings, and then we feast. It's super, super fun. I did this once also in high school. for my entire school with a couple of my Chinese friends, we probably made like 2,000 or 3,000 dumplings that day for 300 kids. And it was a lot of work, but it was so fun and so fulfilling, and like everybody in the school was so excited about the like freshly homemade dumplings. And yeah, it was really fun. I love making dumplings, and I thought that it would be really fun to share this recipe with all of you so that you could also make dumplings with your families at home if you wanted to. I hope you enjoy. And then in a minute we're going to talk about cooking the dumplings. In this video I only do the pan-fried version, but you can also boil them. I will have all of the ingredients and instructions listed in the description box. And yeah, you can follow those instructions, or you can also purchase my mini zine in my shop, and it will have all the instructions will be there as well. So I put oil down, and then I arranged the dumplings. I'm gonna do a little bit of water, and I'm gonna put it on the stove. That's how it looks, and I'll be back again in like 2 seconds. How do you make them so crispy like this? Also, we don't need to move it around in the frying pan. No, you don't need to move them around. You put them in the frying pan. I put them in the cast iron because that's what we have. Our nonstick kind of died. But you basically put them in the frying pan as I arrange them with oil on the bottom. And then look at how, like, can you hear it? Wait. I don't know if you can hear it, but this is how they look. So that's how these dumplings turned out. I hope you enjoyed watching this very quick little video. I know this was out of character for me and my little channel, but I don't know, I just really wanted to share the dumpling love with everyone. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I hope you can make yourself some dumplings sometime soon. And thank you for being part of my cozy little space on the internet. I will see you so soon in a new studio vlog coming up at the end of this month. So yeah, goodbye friends.